Yes, it's been 2 good weeks, but finally, Devontae has come back to YouTube. If you smell what Devontae is cooking, like The Rock, my favorite wrestler of all time, man, the final boss. But yeah, it's been 2 good weeks, people, man. Just enjoying the off season. Ain't got much to talk about, Still looking at the transfer window, not much going on yet. The NBA Finals still going. Today's Game 7, so we'll see who's going to end up as the winner. And that's about it. But the Lil Wayne videos has been booming, man, and that's for this channel, right? It's still fresh and new, right? Y'all been checking it out a lot, man. It's still like 2 of my most viewed videos, also like videos. So again, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for checking it out, for supporting this channel, for hitting that subscribe button, that like button, sharing the content, promoting the channel. I want to thank each and every one of y'all. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. And yeah, man, let's keep it going, man. The end goal, of course, for this channel is, of course, to get to 100 subscribers before the year ends. So we're close to that. We're close, almost there. But yeah, let's get to that goal, and then from there on, we'll strive for more, man. But yeah, let's get into it, man. Jim Jones, Capo, Jim Jones. He was on Fat Joe and Jadakiss' podcast Thursday, right? And he had something to say about Nas, right? That he's better than Nas, and that he did better numbers than Nas, or sold more than Nas, and that the young people relate to him more than Nas. And then they continue that story on Shannon Sharp's podcast, Club Shay Shay, yesterday, right? And yeah, I don't know what Jim Jones expects. I don't know where he get this idea from that he's better than Nas. But one, Nas is not gonna respond. Come on. And two, since when has Jim Jones ever, right? In what decade was he better than Nas? Now, let's be honest, man. When has he ever been better than Nas? Listen, man. Like, when we talk about Nas, right? If you ask me, right, Nas is in my top 3. Nas is in my top 3, right? And he dropped one of the 2 of hip hop's most acclaimed albums. It Was Written in Illmatic. Those 2 are like the most acclaimed albums. And if we're talking about Illmatic, right, that is an album that's always in consideration for the greatest hip hop album of all time, if not one of, right? Like, that's Nas right there for you. Jim Jones has never been even remotely close to that level. Like, when Jim Jones, right, when he came out, and I'm talking about Jim Jones solo, right? When he went solo, I was like 13 or 14 years old when he dropped Ballin'. And I'm not gonna lie, like, that song was hot. It's a good song. Of course, the chorus carries that song, right? Ballin', oh yeah, no lie, you know it. Yeah, like, that's a song. Like, that song is fire. I'm not gonna front. Like, when it goes off in the club, it's fire. Yeah. Like, Ballin' is that song, but that's about it for Jim Jones. Come on. Meanwhile, Nas got a whole catalog of bangers, bro. Like, he only got Ballin', bro. I'm not even trying. Like, I remember he tried to drop another club song like Pop Champagne, and that went nowhere. Nobody likes Pop Champagne. Like, Jim Jones, I don't know where you get this idea from, bro. And if you think Nas is gonna respond to you, Nas is worried about bigger things, right? He's worried about like bringing back Slick Rick's career, right? Slick Rick dropped a dope album. I like that album. Victory's called, right? He helped Slick Rick reignite his career. Like, where he's worried about his label. He's worried about brand deals. He was worried about that. He's worried about like promoting hip hop. That's what Nas doing. Nas is doing grown man things. Meanwhile, you out here still thinking you're a YN, right? Still thinking that you're in your 20s and all this stuff, right? Talk about you better than Nas and this that. And I remember you this Pusha T and all this stuff, man. And Pusha, did Pusha respond or something? I think Pusha responded on Aces and Trumpets, right? You're not better than Pusha. You're not even better than Pusha. Like let's not even like talk about Pusha. That's another story for another day. I'll save that for when the album drops, the new Clips album, right? But this guy, man, is better than Nas. And you know what's funny, right? Shannon Sharpe checked him on that. Shannon Sharpe told him he wasn't better than Nas. Not Fat Joe and Jadakiss. They ain't saying nothing. Meanwhile, Fat Joe and Jadakiss know the level Nas is on. And Jim Jones is on. And they say nothing. Meanwhile, Shannon Sharpe, a Southern dude, checked him on that. Saying, you're not better than Nas, this, that. Shannon Sharpe did that. And then they had a whole discussion about it, like altercation. Or heated debate, or whatever you want to call it, right? Like Shannon Sharpe from the South. The New York brothers didn't do that. Nah, the Shannon Sharpe did that. And then Jim Jones started talking on Shannon Sharpe. Oh, you're not from New York. And this. Listen, I'm not from New York neither, but I know who's better than who in this matter. And you not better than Nas. Not even close. Are you even better than Nature? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Jim Jones, you wasn't even the best in your crew. When we look back at Dipset, right? You was the worst one. If we count Freaky Zeke, then you're probably the second worst. But you was the worst one. You was the sideshow. You was doing the ad-libs. You was doing that. You were the ad-lib guy. You were up on the videos like with Freaky Zeke, you know, so like just being a sideshow. That's what you was, Jim Jones. You wasn't that dude. Cam was. Jewels was. Even Hell Rail and J.R. Ryder. But of course, Hell Rail and J.R. Ryder are way better rappers than Jim Jones. That's not even up to debate. Come on, J.R. Ryder and Hell Rail were way better than Jim Jones. You just had a hit song, Ballin' and all that stuff, and like, you know what better than Nas, man? Come on, it's all about Billboard and stuff. We doing numbers, right? Sales talk and all this stuff. Nas still sold more than you. Even till this day, Nas dropped better albums than you and sold more. The Magic series and the King's Diseases, like, what have you done in the meantime, right? That can even like be in the conversation as those with those albums, right? Magic is considered like a modern classic, along with King's Disease 3. Even in the 2000s, right, when you drop Ballin', Nas still had like in the 2000s, Nas had Godson and Stillmatic, and those are considered like classic albums as well. Distant Relatives is considered a classic album as well. The album he did with Ziggy Marley, right? No, Damian Marley. I'm sorry, Damian Marley. You have not dropped nothing close to that. Nothing. What are we talking about? Listen, man, like, and I know some people are gonna say, "Oh yeah, but are you supposed to believe that you're the best as a rapper?" Yeah, I get that. But take it from me. When I used to rap, right, or at least when I was active, right, when I was going to open mics, when I was participating in cyphers, when I was like having freestyle sessions with my boys, right, I believed that I was the best out of all of them. When I used to be at open mics, right, and I saw people perform, right, I always said to myself, man, I'm way better than these people. I'm way better. And even though I rapped in English, right, and they were rapping in Dutch, I still thought I was better. Come on, like, I was like, yeah, I'm better than y'all. But you know when it becomes like an unhealthy thing, right? When it becomes like a trait of delusion is when you like start cussing out people and other stuff, and it'll become more like a kind of a weirdo. Now, I wouldn't say weirdo, but like it becomes like delusional and stuff. So when you start cussing out people and you think, oh yeah, fuck them, oh fuck that. Like that's where it kind of becomes like you know what, like you need to look at yourself in the mirror and admit you're better, right? Because that Jim Jones is delusional because one, he has yes men around him, and two, nobody checks him on that. Shannon Sharpe checked him on that. It took me for somebody. It's for me, right? I had to check myself one time as well. My fiance came to me one time, right? And I remember we were at a thing once, right? And I would start cussing out people just because I felt like I was better than them, you know? And she was like, yo, you don't need to do it. You don't need to turn into like a delusional or nasty person, whatever, just because you feel like you're better than them, right? And that's Jim Jones. That's Jim Jones. You know, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's true. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be competitive, right? You can feel like you're better. But sometimes you just have to look at yourself and say, you know what? I know I could try, but and like Nas is good, man. Nas is great. Trust me, as much as I think that I'm a great lyricist or whatever, if I look at the stuff that I wrote, I'll be like, oh shit, but can I be better than Nas? Rakim, like G-Rap or so, like Kendrick Lamar. I can try to compete with you, but sometimes you have to, like, Nas is great, man. Like shit, I don't know if I don't think I'm better than Nas. I can try. You can always try, but sometimes you have to be humble. You have to like, ain't nothing wrong with being humble, saying like and admit like, okay, you know what, Nas is incredible. And if you don't want to say it, don't bring the man down just because you like all the young people relate to me or whatever. Like they don't, bro. Go to Japan or Ghana or Spain or whatever, right? And bring the LP of Illmatic and bring an LP of Jim Jones, whatever, right? And if you put these two up, like, and to a Spanish person, whatever person, and you say, like, do you recognize these two? They're gonna say, oh, wait, that the Illmatic album cover, oh, that's Nas. I know Nas. Young people know Nas before they know you. Trust me on that. Because Nas songs still get played on the regular till this day. On radio and even on video games. The World Is Yours was on 2K. 4016 building of his Magic album that dropped 4 years ago was on FIFA. People still know who Nas is when teenagers, right, when they get introduced to real hip hop, right, like the mid 90s hip hop, that's real hip hop, right, like that Biggie, Ready to Die, and all that stuff. Like their introduction is almost like Illmatic. If I check all these YouTubers, right, that are younger than me, right, that get introduced to real hip hop, right, their introduction is always Illmatic, the infamous Ready to Die, 36 Chambers. Those are the albums that they get introduced to from like when they want to hear some real hip hop, or the score as well, Fugees. Young people know Nas and relate to Nas before they relate to you, Jim Jones. What they relating to, nigga? You're almost 50 years old and you still acting like you're 20 years old, bruh. What they were supposed to relate to? As a matter of fact, Nas made a song about you. It's called Second Childhood. Go listen to that. And look at yourself in the mirror, because that's you, second childhood, bruh. You still think you're a YM, bruh. You're not. Grown-ass man, bruh. And if young people know you, they'll know you for making your wife or fiance look like a fool on Love and Hip Hop. Would you marry me, Jim? Would you marry me? And she crying. She cried for you, and you sitting there like, with your smug ass, like you the prize. The fuck? But they'll know you for that before they know you for your music, bruh. I'm not like, come on, Jim Jones. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to like, you know what I'm saying, like dish you, whatever, but like, you're not better than Nas. As a matter of fact, are you even better than the rappers, right? The lyricists out there, the current lyricists out there that are putting in work, like Benny, Conway, Ransom, RJ Payne. I'm not a fan of RJ Payne, but RJ Payne. Who else? 38 Special. Even like Denzel Curry, bro. Denzel Curry. I'm even gonna bring up Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. That's already like I even think Drake is a better rapper than you. And y'all already know how I think about Drake. But Drake, at least I could look at Drake's earlier stuff and say, yeah, Drake is way better than Jim Jones. Even in this beef with Kendrick Lamar, I still think Drake put on some better rapping efforts than Jim Jones' whole career. I can listen to Family Matters or whatever and say, oh yeah, that's better rapping than Jim Jones. Now come on, what are we doing, bruh? What are we doing? Like Jim Jones, you make yourself like a fool, bruh. Talk about, oh yeah, like young people relate to me, bruh. And as far as sales talk goes, man, I'm not hearing all that, bruh. I'm not hearing sales talk. And there was a whole Twitter thing going on, right? Where they try to prove, like, talk about, oh yeah, Tupac was bragging about sales and all this stuff. When he said, oh yeah, we beat. Remember that clip when he had, right? When he was promoting Death Row East with at the MTV Awards or whatever, right? And talk about, oh yeah, we beat Bad Boy with record sales and all this stuff. Like, that doesn't mean nothing. Because if we really, if sales were really like the thing that makes rappers great, then we might as well not consider Rakim, Nas, and all this. So not the GOATs. You know what? From now on, it's Nelly, MC Hammer, Drake. Who else? Who else is a rapper? Like Travis Scott. Like the rappers that sell, right? The rappers that sell, that sells, right? Then those are the GOATs. I don't want to hear no more Nas and all this stuff. If that's the main criteria, sales. Just talking foolishness, bro. For what? To get a response out of Nas? You didn't even get a response out of Pusha T. And if Pusha responded, it wasn't. He didn't even have much words for you because he already know, like, you're not better than me. You're not better than Pusha. We're not even going to bring up Malice. You're not. Save all that, bro. I don't think I got much to say, but like Jim Jones, bro, you. As a matter of fact, let's keep it real. Jim Jones is a one-hit wonder, man. The guy only got balling. That's the only thing he got. Balling. That's the only thing you know for balling. This guy, man, he talking like he like if I had to compare him like to a sports to like a basketball player or even a football player. I don't know, he would be man, who would he be? He will be Glenn Robinson. remember Glenn Robinson? Big dog. That's him. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Glenn Robinson. He was a good player, but thank you. No, not Glenn Robinson, man. I'll compare him to J.R. Smith. I think that's a good comparison. J.R. Smith. Nah, that's because J.R. Smith. You know what? Fuck it, man. I ain't got much to say. Jim Jones, know your role. Shut your mouth. With that being said, subscribe to the channel, like and share the video. And before I end the video, go check out the link down below, which leads to my fiance's podcast, PJ's POV. She dropped also like a few episodes in the meantime, man. While I didn't upload, so go check it out. Go keep up with that if you are interested in some relatable content that helps you with some real life stuff that you're dealing with. And again, subscribe to the channel, man. We're almost close to 100 subscribers. Again, like I appreciate each and every one of y'all for checking it out, the content, supporting the content, and hitting that like and subscribe button, man. Let's keep it going, man. With that being said, I'm out.